Good morning. Come on in the room this morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? I pray that you are well. I pray that you are up. I pray that you are Adam. I pray that you are having an amazing morning already and you are ready to start your day today. On this morning, we're going to have a brief conversation. I'm going to talk to you brief this morning. I'm going to get in and I'm going to get out this morning. We're going to talk about winning well within. Winning well within. And for you to really win well within, you really have to know who you are. You really have to know who you are. You have to really believe who you are. And you have to really be willing to say, you know what? For me to really win well within, I got to know who I am. I got to know my identity. I got to know what God says about me. And if I don't know what he says about me, I need to read his word and find out what he says about me so that I can win well within. So this morning, for us to really win well within, we have to know who we are. Number one, we have to know who we are. We have to know who we are in him. Our identity has to be in him. We have to know who we are in him. And we have to focus on what he says about us. Before we do anything else, we have to know who we are in him before we can win well within. And once we know who we are in him, we can go forward. That's the first thing. That's going to be the game changer of the whole gamut. We have to know who we are in him. Not in ourselves, not in our own strength, not what nobody else says about us, not whatever we think, but it's what God says about us. Because what he says about us is a non-negotiable. It does not change. It does not veer off. It does not move. Even when we change, he don't change. So once we know who we are in him, we can be able to walk out and implement what he says about us, because that's the foundation, what he says about us. And once we know that, we can move forward. Good morning. Good morning. I can't see who you are. If you go and give StreamYard permission to say who you are, they will say who you are, and I will say good morning. But until then, good morning, everybody. Number one, the first thing we got to do for us to win well within, we got to stay focused. We got to stay focused. We can't look to the right. We can't look to the left. We got to stay tunnel vision, focus on what it is that he's called and created us to do so that we can execute what it is that he's given us. Because what he's given to me, he has not given to anybody else. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. He has not given to anybody else but me. So for me to execute it, I have to know what he says about me. I have to believe what he says about me in his word, and then I can move forward and begin to stay focused and execute that. Whether it's being a good mom, whether it's being a good bus driver, whether it's being a good principal, whether it's being a good president of whatever organization that you are part of, whether it's being a good pastor, good leader, whatever your assignment is, that you can execute that well. Entrepreneur, business owner, CEO, founder, whatever it is that you do, that you can execute that well. You have to stay focused on your assignment, because what he has called and created you to do, nobody can do it like you do it. That's your handprint. Nobody can do it like you. Your stamp. Nobody can do it like you. And I only see one line on my screen here. So if it's some poor reception, I'm not sure why, but I pray that you can hear me and that you can see me. Number two, we have to trust the process. Trust the process no matter how it feels, how it looks, how it may hurt, how it may feel uncomfortable. We will realize as life get older, and I can only talk about me, when things are uncomfortable, when things don't feel good, when things are really, pushing up against you, know that you are in the right place. Know that you are in the right place, that you are in the right posture, that you are in the right position, because of the fact that if you didn't have so much opposition, that would not mean that you're doing the right thing. I know that I am in the very vein of God, because when I tell you the things that has happened in my personal life over the last 2 weeks, over the last 6 months, over the last year, you would be amazed at how I'm still sitting here before you, sane in my mind. It's nothing but the grace and mercy of God. So just know that when those things are going on, that's when you have to press in even the more. That's when you have to trust him even the more. That's when you have to lean on him even the more. Trust the process. The process is bigger than you. The turbulence is bigger than you. The outcome is bigger than you. It's so much greater. It's so much more on the other side of the pain that you may be feeling right now. The discomfort, the dis-ease, the uneasiness, the uncertainty is something else greater on the other side. And you have to just say, God, right through here, I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to push right on through. And, just trust him through those times, knowing that whatever you have need of in this hour, that he is able to provide it and he's able to give it to you, because he's greater. He's able to do all things. There's nothing impossible for him to do for us. So trust the process. Number 2, trust the process. Number 1, stay focused. Number 2, trust the process. Number 3, never stop working on you. Even in the midst of it, you be like, oh God, I don't know how much more I can take. I don't know what else to do. It's like everywhere I turn, it's something going on. Stay focused. Keep working. God, what is it that you're trying to perfect in me through this process? What is it that you are trying to build in me in this process? How are you trying to build my character? How are you trying to build my endurance? How are you trying to build my patience? God, what is it that you're building in me in the midst of this storm? What is it that you're building in me in the midst of this discomfort? What is it that you're building in the midst of me? In me, what are you building in me? What are you working on in me? That in the midst of this, it says winning well within. When we're winning well within, the primary objective is to build me. So what is it that he is building in me? Even when I speak up in this conversation that I know is going to cause some friction, that I know is going to make somebody upset. Even in the midst of that, I have to stand for what's right. I have to speak up even when I feel like I'm going to be ostracized, because I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking what I feel like is the right thing to do. Sometimes you're going to be in situations where you're going to have to be the odd man out. You might be the only one, but never forget that never stop working on you. He is perfecting you. He's maybe helping you to build your character, just being a person of integrity. When everybody else is acting a fool, I'm going to still be a person of integrity. I'm going to still do the right thing when everybody else is doing the wrong thing. God, I'm going to still trust you. I'm not going to steal, God, just because I know I need some extra money. I'm not going to do that, Lord, because I know that you say that you are my source, that you shall supply all of my needs according to your riches and glory. So I'm not gonna, slide a little extra to the side for myself, because I know that if I do that, God, that means I'm not trusting you to do it, God. I'm trusting myself to take care of the matter. So at the end of the day, what is it that he's working on in me? Never stop working on you. He's working on something in you in the midst of the situation. So when we are wanting to win well within, it requires us to do the abnormal. It requires us to do the things that are that are not common. See, sometimes we want to be common, we want to be comfortable, we want to, we don't want to cause no friction. We want to, be all right with everybody. We want everybody to like us. We want to, get along with everybody. But sometimes in life, When you are going to go with Christ, you have to make a stand when it comes to certain things. You have to trust that you are constantly working on you. You're never stopping to work on you. So that means when everybody else is doing the wrong thing, I'm going to do the right thing. Trust in the process means I'm going to believe you, Lord, even when I know that my friends might look at me crazy. I'm going to trust you, Lord, and I'm going to stay focused in the midst of the storm. No matter what the storm is, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, no matter who is in my ear, God, Lord, silence the voices of those that I shouldn't be listening to and amplify your voice, God. Amplify your voice, God, so that I can follow your instructions, so I can do what you say. Because, God, when you amplify your voice, then I can really walk in what you called and created me to do, because I want to go with you, God. I want to do what you say so that I can win well within. Sometimes, you know what? People look like they're winning, but they're not winning well within. You know why? Because their hearts are not at rest when they're sleeping. They're not at peace when they're sleeping, because see, they're doing stuff that we don't know that they're doing, but God knows that they're doing it. But guess what? He has the final say. He has the final say. And even though they might be getting by with other people, they're not getting by with God, because God sees everything. It's thank you, Leona. It's good to have peace when you're sleeping. It's good to have peace when you're sleeping. When you're resting, it's good to be resting, not just sleeping, but resting in Him. Because when we're resting in Him, then we're well. We're well within, inside. And that's an inside job, because when we're well within, no matter what it looks like around us, we're well within. We're at peace within. All of us are okay in the inside, because you can have the perfect body on the outside. And I talk about this all the time with the whole woman. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. You can be well on the outside. You can have this perfect banging body on the outside, but not be well on the inside. You can be rotten to the core on the inside, because you have not done the internal work. You haven't done the work. You stop working on yourself. You feel like you've already arrived. You don't need to do any more work on you. Number 3, never stop working on you. Don't ever stop working on you. Be a lifetime learner. Number 2, trust the process. Whatever that process is, good, bad, or indifferent, go through the process, because on the other side of the process is where the glory of the Lord will shine in and through you. And you don't even realize how you will go to other dimensions in Him, because you have allowed Him to do the work. You've allowed Him. And just stay focused. No matter how hard, no matter how difficult, no matter how challenging it might be, trust the process and allow Him to help you. Stay focused. Number 1, you gotta stay focused. Sometimes we'll let all kind of stuff get our attention, and when all kind of stuff get our attention, we don't stay focused on the assignment. So now the assignment looks like somebody else's assignment, because I didn't stay focused on what God told me. God told me to do one thing, but I'm doing something totally different than what He told me. So my thing is, do the internal work in you so that you can show up, be your authentic self, and allow God to help you to really win well within. Because when you win well within, guess what? You got a whole lot of peace. You got a whole lot of peace. More peace than something you can't buy. You can't buy peace. You might can buy a purse, but you can't buy peace. So on today, ladies and gentlemen, because the Lord, I was going to just do it in my private group, but He said, no, everybody needs that. So I said, okay, Holy Ghost, I'm going, because see, you know what? If you living with your spouse and they don't have peace, you might could just pass this to them today. Just slide this in their DM. Baby, you know what? I love you, sweetheart. But you was a little rough around the edges with me this morning before I left for work. I just want to share this little message with you that I saw this young lady, doing on Facebook Live or StreamYard or whatever platform that you've seen it on, because I'm on all multiple platforms this morning. And just love on her, because you don't know what she's going through. Sometimes as wives, we don't always communicate everything with our spouses, but that would be a way for you to just love on her than just not call her or text her today. So, gentlemen, just allow the Lord to allow you to walk in love, because you don't know what your spouse is dealing with today. And ladies, we can do the same, because our men, they carry a lot of stuff too. And sometimes we don't really realize what they're carrying, because they feel like because they're men, they want to win well within too. So a lot of times they don't always verbalize what's going on within them, because they want to be the strong man. But we have to know how to love them through their situations of being out. Just being a man in today's workforce can be challenging. So just love on them. So on today, know by loving kindness. Oh God, you're not going all the way off, God. But I'm going with you, Jesus. By loving kindness have we drawn thee. Know that no matter what's going on in other people's lives, even in your life, sometimes if we just give an extra little bit of love to people, just love on them, embrace them, hug them, let them know how much you appreciate them and love them, it goes a long way. Don't just assume that people know how you feel. For you to win well, sometimes it's just extending the love of Christ to other people. And if you don't have it in your heart, just ask God, give me your love today, Lord. Fill me and engulf me with your love, Lord God, that I can give it to other people, so that this world will be a better place. So on today, I love you guys. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Ladies, I am going to come in our group maybe later on this afternoon, because I want to share with you our event for the weekend and some other things that are coming up that I need to communicate to you personally. So I will be coming in our group to tell you some stuff one-on-one about what's going on with your leader, with your founder, your CEO, and your coach. I just always believe in being transparent, and it's some stuff that I need to tell you guys, so that you will know, where I'm at. I'm going to be accountable to you, because God has entrusted me to you to me. So I need to be accountable to you guys. I love you, ladies. I love you, gentlemen. I love you, everyone that's watching. And if you don't feel like, you want to keep this to yourself, don't keep it to yourself. Just slide this in somebody else's DM today. Go and like my YouTube channel. Go and like my Facebook page and my business page. Love you guys. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. I will drop a video of the chair workout in the group today for Be Fit For You. I love you guys. God bless you all. And y'all have an amazing rest of your day. And whatever you do, love on those around you. Just don't assume that people know that you love them. Show them that you love them while you can. Love you much. Have a great and God bless day.